Hi, dear students, how are you? I hope you're fine. Today we're gonna talk about consciousness. So let's start. What's the meaning here of consciousness and what's the definition of the consciousness? As I told you in the last video, it's the awareness of not just things inside us and also the things outside us. So, this is the knowledge or the awareness of things inside and outside ourselves. So, related to consciousness, we have something called sleeping, and we all sleep, and dreaming. So, while we are sleeping, we dream. So, we have here consciousness here related to some other things. There are several altered states of consciousness. We have several here states of consciousness. Such examples of altered states of consciousness are what hypnotic trance or under the influence of certain drugs. So I have here William James and John Watson. They both behaviorists believed that the consciousness here was something that was not calculated into data. So they believe that consciousness shouldn't be part of psychology. But Waiton and James here, they both agreed that the consciousness was something that couldn't be measured. They would only study observable behaviors. So, James and Waiton, they thought that we know that here consciousness can't be measured directly. So they thought that consciousness here it shouldn't be part of psychology. So they consciousness here it's like a construct. What does it mean construct? Construct here is just a concept to talk about something we cannot see, we cannot touch, we cannot measure directly. The two other types of constructs are what? We have here the two types of construct, intelligence and emotions. So I'm talking here about something which cannot be measured or cannot be seen or cannot be touched directly. So this is called construct. So construct here like what? Like the intelligence and the emotion. Meanings of consciousness. The consciousness as a sensory awareness here I will define consciousness as what? As a sensory awareness. It's the awareness, the ability to be aware, the knowledge of the things, knowing things outside of yourself. So sensory awareness, knowing things or the awareness of things outside myself, using what? Using here the five senses. Okay, to hear to know about the outside environment. Example here: cool breeze, bright colors, loud noises, and sharp pains. So cool breeze, bright colors. You can see the bright colors. Using seeing, I can hear the loud noises. By hearing sharp pains, I can feel the sharp pains. Consciousness as a direct inner awareness. I have here also the awareness as consciousness as what? Direct inner, it means that the awareness of what? Things inside yourself. So this is the awareness from your inside. I have good example for this: the memories, the images, or the emotions. So this is what? This is the awareness of things inside yourself. Consciousness of sense of self. I have another here definition for consciousness as a sense of self. Thinking that you are, okay, this is to think that you are individual and unique. While you are so young, you can't feel that you are unique or even an individual. But as long as you live and grow up, you feel that you are an individual, a person, and you have your unique characters compared to other people. It's associated with self-consciousness, which is an acute here sense of self-awareness with slight things tinges of paranoia. The paranoia is what? Is the unpleasant feeling of being watched or observed, that everyone is looking at you. it may be the basis of Chinese. So we know this is kind of self-consciousness. Self of consciousness, let's talk about the pre-conscious. What's the pre-conscious here? This is a level which is filled with information that a person might not be thinking of. So I have here some information that's it. I don't think I'm thinking of, but if you want to recall them, to remember them, it can be like what? Remember, if I'm asking you any question that you studied before, like who's the first president of the US, so I will remember, I will bring this information from my pre-conscious levels of consciousness. I have also the unconscious level or the subconscious. This is not usually available to consciousness. Freud here put a theory that people have an unconscious mind that is hidden, and it contains hidden information. So according to Freud, I have here the unconscious level. I have here in the unconscious level, I have some hidden information. So he also here believed that we had mental strategies to push painful or unacceptable ideas out of our consciousness, called defense mechanism. He believed that we have what? Mental strategies. We have more than one mental strategies that we can use our brain here, or our brain processes to push painful to I'm here reacting to the painful unacceptable ideas by defense mechanism using my mind. I have here this iceberg, the conscious level, which contains here the thoughts, perceptions, the preconscious level, which contains the memories, the stored knowledge, and the unconscious level, which contains the fears, violent motives, irrational wishes, and the selfish needs, and so on. What about the non conscious level? It's when people cannot bring their consciousness, their bodily functions. I'm talking about here the biological functions that happens in my body without any control of my self on this, like what the nail growing, like the oxygen and the carbon dioxide in your lungs. So I have no here control. Okay, when one's sense of self or sense of the world changes, I have here the beginning of health is what we know that I have here some proverbs. An Irish proverb said, the beginning of health is what is sleep. Another proverb in Spanish, in Spain, they say, in sleep we are all equal. And Welsh proverb said, disease and sleep keep far apart. Dreaming of eating will not satisfy the hungry. This is an African proverb, of course. Okay. So, what about sleep and dreams? Let's talk about that. Sc- circadian rhythms. Circadian rhythms are the biological clock. We know the biological clock that determines when human have sequences of bodily changes, such as what? Such as those in body temperature, blood pressure, and sleepiness, and wakefulness that occurs in 24 hours. So I have here what? Stages of sleep. We have more than one stage for sleep. Sleep can be measured with EEG, which measures the types of what? Brain waves, beta, alpha, theta, and delta. Alert, this is beta. Relaxed and drowsy, alpha. Visual images, I'm going into theta. Then dreaming, delta. I have here when I'm awake, can we see the waves here? Then calm wakefulness, I'm awake but I'm very calm. Theta waves. Stage 1, I have here theta waves. Then stage 2. Then I have the sleep, spindless, and K complex. Stage 3 and 4, I'm having here delta waves, I'm dreaming. So, stages of sleep, we move from the first stage of sleep, which lasts how? How long? From 30 to 40 minutes. Two stages, two, three, and four. So we start with the first stage, which lasts for 30 or 40 minutes, and we can be very easily awakened in this stage, and then going to stage two, three, and four. Stage four is the deepest sleep. This is the hardest stage to be woken in. Okay, that can anybody wake you up. Stages of sleep after 30 minutes. In stage 4, we will move back through stages 3 and 2, and then to stage 1 come back. Total time about 90 minutes. It's the it's at this point that we start stage called rapid eye movement REM. Why? We have my eyes here is moving very very quick. All of my organs are stayed calm except my eyes. The other areas of sleep are known as NREM because they are not REM. Stages of sleep. This is the stage where people experience here their most vivid dreams. The dreams. In the average 8 hours of sleep, most people go through those stages about 5 times. 5 times at night at the same time, yes. As the at the same night. As the night goes on, REM gets longer, as we see. Why do we sleep? Sleep is very important. Sleep helps revive the tired body. So I'm here recovering my tired body and build up resistance to infection. And very important, this is for what? For my immune system. This is here resist the infection. Sleep seems to serve important psychological functions. Deprivation of REM sleep will cause people to forget easily and learn more slowly. So, if you're not sleeping very well, you will learn slowly and forget things. People will tend to have a REM rebound when they are deprived of REM sleep, of course. Dreams. Dreams here, Freud here made a theory that dreams reveal unconscious wishes and urges. So, biopsychological approach believe that the dreams occur because neurons fire in different part of the brain. So, this is for the biopsychology. Sleep problems. We have some sleep problems. Let's talk about that. Insomnia is the inability to sleep. I can't sleep. I have insomnia. Ways to overcome the insomnia. We have many ways to overcome the insomnia. Sleep problems, nightmares, right? Most common involve what? It involves here snakes and murderers that you can dream of snakes or murders or other animals. Occupational hazard, you have problem in your occupation. Anxious and depressed people, I'm very anxious, I can't sleep. Or depressed people, I feel that I have a depression, I'm very sad, are more likely to have also nightmares. Sleep problems, I have night terrors, not easily remember terrifying nightmares. Heart rate increase, some people when they are asleep they feel a high heart rate. Gasp for air, okay, this is also a very big problem for some people. Talk thrash about, common in young children, caused by immaturity of nervous system. Sleep problems, we have here also the sleepwalking, move around during stages of deep sleep. You can go and walk, again common with young children. This happens mainly with young children. Immaturity of the nervous system, if the nervous system here is not mature. Then sleep problems, I have here sleep apnea, breathing interruption that occurs during sleep. possibly associated with SIDS, sudden infant death syndrome. Okay, this is a very big problem. Sleep problem like narco narcolepsy, sleep problem in which people suddenly fall asleep no matter what time it is or where they are. This is very rare. Go directly into REM sleep immediately, believed to be genetically linked. Okay, guys, I hope you understood this section. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.